When I tell you the next 5 minutes is going to change your life, I do not say it lightly. This one question that I continually ask myself has taken me out of longing, of waiting for things to happen in my life, of feeling lost, misaligned, and like all this stuff I wanted would happen somewhere in the future. So if you've been struggling with maintaining momentum, discipline, consistency, finally seeing those results in your life, or leveling up, right? Getting to the next version of yourself. This one question is going to break through all of that noise. It's going to cut through all the thoughts in your head and all the things that feel like they're clouding your judgment in order to get there and give you the answer you've been looking for. Are you ready for it? Here it is. If someone were to watch you for a whole week, would they say that you were serious about the life you say that you want? Let that sink in for a moment. If someone were to watch you for a whole week or follow you around, would they say that you're serious about the life you say you want? Not what you hope to become, not what you want to be next month, next year, but the way you move this week, today, right here, right now. Do your habits and your behaviors prove it? Do they prove that you deserve the life that you want? Because the hard truth is, most of us are waiting for results of a life that we're not prepared to show up for now, or that we're not yet showing up for. We have to create some sort of check and balance and build accountability with ourselves every single day. If we are viewing ourselves as this person that's so far removed from the things that we want, then we're actually not really acting like the person that has the life we want. We think that that's something we're going to get in the future. And of course, there are practical things we need to do over time to achieve certain things. But if you want to be a healthy person, if you want to be a motivated person, if you want to be a disciplined person, and I followed you around for a week, would your routine and habits tell me that those things are true, irrespective of how much money you want to make, what kind of career you want, what kind of business you want to start, the person you want to be, the life that they have? Would I believe you if I was to look at your current routine? And building this accountability with yourself through inner reflection, right? Asking yourself this question is so powerful to build that discipline within yourself, because you can hold yourself accountable. You can look at your routine. You know exactly what you do every single day. You know best how you spend your time. You can't lie to yourself. Would you believe yourself in the life you're trying to create? And if there is that gap or that discrepancy, well, that could be a very simple reason you are A, losing momentum, B, not being consistent, and C, in this prolonged state of waiting rather than having arrived or being already where you want to be. And I just want to say, like, this question doesn't ask you to be perfect, right? Life happens. It's full of ebbs and flows. It's not just about saying, oh, today I've had an off day. Of course, like, this doesn't reflect the life I want. It's what are you doing most of the time, right? The 80% of your time, not the 20% that are like off days or emergencies or like urgent client things or whatever it is. Like, what are you doing most of the time? And does that prove to someone, most importantly yourself, the kind of life that you want or that you say you want? Now, here's how you can break it down and actually use this question practically to help you get a bit of clarity and become your own accountability buddy. First one is getting clarity. What do you want? What life do you want? What are the things that you want? What kind of life is it, right? Is it more financial freedom? Is it more time freedom? Is it a bigger house? Is it moving to another city? Get clarity. What is the life that you say that you want? Get clarity on it and make sure it is aligned for you. It's something that you genuinely want. The second step is to reflect weekly. So I typically like to do this on a Sunday. I like to just reflect and simply ask myself. For me, it's like an internal conversation. Some people like to journal. Some people like to meditate. You find your own way to do it, right? You reflect and you say, would last week's version of me or this week's version of me tell someone seriously of the life I'm trying to create or the life that I want? I hold myself accountable and I create that space to check in with myself and say, actually, it didn't, because every single night I spent scrolling on my phone and I didn't take my bedtime seriously, or I was really slack with the gym. And so I'm trying to be a healthier person that doesn't really align, right? It gives you these beautiful moments of pause and reflection to hold yourself accountable, because nobody is going to knock on your door and say, hey, you're not working towards your goals in an aligned way. You're not building the life you want. You say you want this, but you're acting like this. You have to do that for yourself. So the third step here is, what if you answer no, right? What if the answer is, I didn't act? If someone followed me around last week, they wouldn't say I'm serious about being a healthier person or building financial freedom or all those things, right? If the answer is no, don't spiral. Step one. But in all honesty, you want to course correct. but you want to pick one thing. So say you noticed last week you spent a lot of time on your phone. Make that the focus of next week, right? Pick just one thing that you want to fine tune, not all 10 things, or maybe you have a list. We want to go one thing at a time so it's sustainable, right? Pick one thing for this coming week that you can course correct and then reflect on again. And then it's just kind of like this process of, okay, I'm holding myself accountable, I'm reflecting, I'm course correcting, tweaking, and slowly over time you start acting like the person who says they want that life. And the byproduct of that is you end up getting that life too, because you're living it, you're breathing it, you're not waiting for it. And the last one, hold the vision. Step 4 is to hold the vision. What I mean when I say this is when you're working towards something, right, a particular type of life, it sometimes, depending on what it is you're working towards, it's an evolution, right? It doesn't just happen overnight. And so you need to hold the vision, knowing that you're showing up and doing everything like the person who's going to have that life or that is building that life, and that you might just need a bit of patience for it to all fall into place. And there is a skill in holding that vision whilst you're waiting for your reality to change. That is a superpower, and that is something you need to hone into so you can maintain your consistency in spite of what's going on. And I'll give you guys a really quick example here. Like when I started this channel, when I started this podcast, I have a vision in my head of where it's going. We're nowhere close, baby. We are on the way. But do you think that if I let that stop me in my first 1, 2, 3, 4 years, I'd be anywhere close to building that reality? No, I would have stopped, because what I saw in front of me was not what I see in my head, which is the vision. So I have that vision that keeps me going, that allows me to show up every day like the person who already has the podcast that's at that level that I have in my mind. That's why I show up every week and I don't miss an episode. That's how I stay consistent and motivated towards where I'm going. Because if someone was to look at how I spend my time and the dedication and effort I put into the podcast, they would say I'm serious about that life that I say I want, about that vision in my head. And I hold that vision despite whether my reality is there or not at the moment. And so that's what the last step is all about. This question has really helped me stay grounded and focused. And it's helped me cut through all the noise and the mess when life gets busy, and you're kind of stuck in your own head. It helps me really bring it back down and say, have that check-in with myself, hold myself accountable. So today you can follow these 4 steps and you can really simply ask yourself, what is the life you're trying to build? Is it aligned for you? And are you actually building that dream life, or are you just sitting here thinking about it? And if that question makes you uncomfortable, good, because that's where change starts. If you guys love this episode, I'm going to link another one I did about why your goals are a lot closer than you think. I think it will resonate with you a lot if you've enjoyed this episode. So the link to that is in the show notes. It's on the screen now if you're watching on YouTube. And I'll see you guys all next week in another episode. Until then, stay balanced.